Gross. Yo, what is going on, guys? NotFarFromGaming here, or Jacob, and we're back once again playing some more Clash Royale. And today, guys, I'm going to be telling another story because in the last video, you guys actually loved it. You guys loved hearing how I broke my collarbone. And, you know, I have I'm 20 years old. I have so many stories I can tell you. You guys will know so much about me by the end of whenever I stop doing stories. But, guys, honestly, I really like doing it. I'm glad that you guys liked it. I got a lot of positive feedback. It's got over 100 likes and like 4 dislikes because haters gotta hate, you know. But you know what? Anyways, I'm really happy with that. Thank you guys so much for the support. Today, we're going to be talking about how my first fight, basically. And mind you, I was in 3rd grade. So someone in the last video commented and said, hey, maybe you should try the Expo for the next video. And I was like, alright, you know, I do like the Expo. We'll give it a go. So we're going to be using the Expo today. And if you guys want... Comment it down below, as well as, you know, tell me how the story was. So we're gonna get right into that in just about a few seconds. Someone also said, hey, you should pre-record your gameplay so that you can focus on the story. And if I do that, I'm gonna tell a story in like 3 minutes, and then there's gonna be 1 battle. So I'm not gonna do that strictly because I don't want the video to be 3 minutes, because, you know, I gotta entertain you guys for a little bit. So with that being said, if I do lose throughout this series, I don't really care. It's gonna stay in. If I get 3 crowned by a level 5, I'm keeping it in the video. I'm just saying. And I have not used IceBow in a minute. Okay, so I use IceBow every day. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the story. So 3rd grade fight. It's kind of funny just saying that already because, you know, you're in 3rd grade, so what can you really consider? Is it really considered a fight if you're in 3rd grade, right? This guy's not playing anything, but, you know, it's whatever. So my best friend, his name was Graham, or his name still is Graham. It's not was Graham. He didn't change his name. His name is still Graham. We were best friends, honestly. We were best friends, but we always, like, picked on each other. We annoyed each other a lot, and I wouldn't say we fought a lot, but we did fight sometimes, because, you know, every best friend becomes best friends because they fight with their best friend, and that's how they become best friends. So we did fight, you know, we had our moments, whatever. I'd go to his house and he'd go to my house, and anyways, we had a project, and our project was to get something from outside. I can't remember the entire thing because, you know, it is a while ago. Basically, it was somewhere along the lines of take something from nature and write about it or something. We had to do something, some kind of project with any kind of nature. Like, some people did leaves, some people did like gravel or like sticks and stuff, like just a bunch of random stuff. All right. So what I did was I had a gravel driveway at the time. Now it's paved, but at the time it was gravel. So, you know, I was like, hey, there's some pretty cool rocks in my driveway. I'm gonna take a rock in, you know, because that's just awesome. And yeah, so I was taking my rock in, and he went to... Okay, let me just not die real quick. Let me waste 10 elixir on this. Okay. Story time is awesome. Alright, so we rode the same bus, right? He lived right down the road from me, and okay, so we sat together on the bus, and I was like, hey, can I see your project for Mrs. I think her name was Mrs. Fry. I don't really know. I don't really know if I should like tell my teacher's name, but her name was Mrs. Fry, and I was like, hey, can I see your project that you did, and I'll show you mine. And he was like, sure. Can we do it when we get to class? And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, why would you want to do it? Why not right now? Like, what's the difference, right? Dude, am I gonna get a free win? I hope so. Oh my gosh, I gotta go all out. I'm going all out. So yes, free wins, dude. I love them. I just spit on my camera. But so when it became time where he was like, hey, yeah, I'll show you my project, whatever. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just show you mine now, because I want to show you mine now. We're on the bus, and we got like a 3-minute drive to the school. I lived really close to the school. And so I look at my book bag, and I'm like, really? Will Jacob lose the match? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm playing with like one hand right now. I'm so good at this game, it's unbelievable. Yo, that was insane. Literally insane. My camera battery died right when I was about to tell you guys the story, or to get into more of the story. And so I reach in my book bag and I'm like, yo, where the heck did my project go? And I was, you know, a little upset because I was like, dang, I think I forgot it at home. And he was like, well, since you don't have yours, I'll just show you mine, right? And I was like, okay, fine, you know, whatever. I'm a little bummed out my project's not in my book bag because, you know, the typical excuse for kids back in the day was, oh, I left it at home. That was actually the case, right? So I was like, crap, I actually left it at home. I'm going to get in so much trouble. This tower's done. And I was like, dang, I'm going to get in trouble because it was due that day. And my teacher was one of those teachers where, like, she would not give any grace at all. Like, if it was late, it was late, you know? And so I was like, dang, that sucks, bro. And I was going to, you know, see if I get a hold of my mom, whatever. Anyways, he goes to show me his project. And, well, you know, it was my project. And right when he took it out of the bag, I was like, hey, that looks familiar, that rock. And I looked at the rock, and I was like, what the heck, that looks like my rock. Did you get that from my house? Because we hung out all the time. And I didn't really care if he did, you know, if we did it on the same thing. But it had my name written out on the top, right? So, like, of the top of the paper, where your name goes, obviously, it showed my name. And it was like, my name was crossed out. Like, he crossed my name out and then wrote his name. Like, dude, what the heck? And I was like, dude, that's my project. And he's like, no, it's not. I did this, you know, over the weekend. He took it out of my backpack and put it in his backpack after he erased my name and put his own name. Like, who does that? What kind of friend does that? Like, no, that's not a friend, man. That's not a friend. So, you know, I was a little upset. And I was like, dude, give me that back. That's mine. And he kept saying, like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Whatever. And it was clearly mine because you could still see Jacob Farrell erased out and then his name over it, right? So I was a little upset, not gonna lie. So this is where the juicy stuff starts to happen, alright? So once I took it out of his backpack, my project out of his backpack, I put it in my backpack, and he got mad at me because I took my project back from him. Like, I stole my project. Why does everyone have the E-barbs, bro? Are you kidding me? I've versed like 17 matches today and they have the E-barbs. We're going to take some damage here. I don't care, though. So I took it out of my backpack, out of his backpack. I put it in my backpack, and he pushed me, right? He gave me like a little shove, and I was like, what the heck? You know, and I was a little upset, right? Because, you know, you don't do that to someone, especially when it was their project to begin with. So he gave me like a little, like, oof, you know, and I was like, yo, that's not cool, bro. We don't play like that, you know? And I don't know, but like I just got enraged and I pushed him back, but it was hard, right? It was a little like a hard shove. And, you know, he didn't like that either because, you know, who likes to be shoved? So he pushed me back and I fell out of the aisle I fell into the aisle. You know how embarrassing that is? This guy has the Royal Trash Can, doesn't he? Okay. That's not what I thought it was going to be, but okay. So I fall out of the aisle. I get back up, very upset, you know, very upset. And I give him a little push thing. I don't really know what it was, guys. At the time, I was just really upset, and I was trying to get my point across, right? So I'm going to have to show you guys what I did. So I'm, like, sitting next to him, right? Pretend I'm sitting, right? And I had my fist like this, and I just, like, turned like this because I was mad and I didn't know how to punch. I was in 3rd grade. I didn't fight before. Why is this guy just arrowing my stuff? Like, bro, come on. So I didn't really know how to fight or anything, right? So I gave him like a little punch to the stomach, I guess. It was more of like a little jab, essentially. And I'm gonna defend this 100%. Nice. So I gave him this little jab, right? And you know what this guy has the courage to do? He bites his lip. and makes it bleed. Like, who does that, bro? Not only did you just bite your lip, but you just bit your lip to try to get me in trouble, your best friend in trouble. Like, who does that, bro? Come on. Oh my gosh, I'm the best player in the world. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh, he retargeted. It doesn't matter. We got down to 850, bro. I'll take that. I will take that. So, he bites his lip, right? And I'm thinking this entire way, I'm like, is this kid really, did he really just bite his lip to try to get me in trouble? Yes, he did just bite his lip to get me in trouble. And so, office calls down, because he went to the office right away, and I went to my class, right? And, you know, I was happy. I got my project, right? So, everything's chilling on my point. Go to the office, and they're like, Jacob, did you steal Graham's project from his book bag? And I said no, and I explained the whole story, and then they were like not having it or something, like I was the bad person. I'm like, dude, he stole my book bag. So I had to call my dad, and my dad answered, and he was like, yo, did you punch Graham? And I was like, yeah, I did, but he stole my project. And he's like, okay, why did he steal your project? I was like, I don't know. And, you know, basically, we both didn't get in trouble. He got a bloody lip because he decided to bite his own lip. And we just went back to class. And that was about it. I'm going to be honest. No one got in trouble. And he got a bloody lip. End of story. I'm going to go ahead and win this real quick. Pop. Hit him with the... Why is it on mute? Hit him with that GG. And, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not really the best storyteller ever, but that was it. Oh, and we got a giant chest. Anyways, guys, if you did make it this far, make sure you comment down below, hashtag I made it, okay? So I can go ahead and heart your comment. Let me know what you thought of this story, if I'm just, you know, an awful kid, or maybe that kid's... Who do you think was in the wrong, right? Who do you think was in the wrong? Are you going to side with me? You're going to side with him? We both didn't get in trouble. He got a bloody lip out of it. I mean, I got pushed into the aisle of the bus and kind of embarrassed because, like, who wants to sit on the bus floor? Like, dude. But, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you are new, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe, hit that like button if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.